The main thing coming up in the North Dakota gubernatorial race, obviously, is going to be the economy. Who can keep this thing going in the right direction with oil prices plummeting? Doug Burgum put his first ads up, I believe, today. You'll probably even see one here during the show. But, John, you've got an op-ed you put in the High Plains Reader saying, hey, the boom that went bust, and you really talked about the debates. I'm with you. There should be more debates. Probably not going to happen because, hey, Wayne Stenjum, high likability, great poll numbers. Why go out there and put yourself at risk?
Well, you know, I believe we need to go to the people, and I believe the people need to be engaged in every county. There's 53 counties. Take it to the people and don't dodge debates. You know, welcome it and give the folks a chance to ask their questions, share their thinking, voice their concerns and their dreams and their fears. But that said, what stunned me most about the debate was you would never know this is an ag state. You'd never know we're an agricultural breadbasket of the world. You'd never know that's really our bread and butter here is agriculture. And it's a recurring harvest, and it's here for the long haul. And oil booms come and go. We have 2 instances of that in my lifetime. And it might not be 20, 30 years again until that boom happens again, and it might be another short-lived harvest. So that just blew me away, that we're so dependent on oil and oil interests and oil revenues because we have a $1.1 billion deficit, and we've had to cut 4% of our budget, which is only 20% of the deficit. We have another 300 out of 331 million or thereabouts in our surplus.
We spent too much, John, and guess what? Democrats would have spent more. That's where your criticism
I don't know that's true.
That's very true.
Well,
go look at every proposal.
The proof's in the pudding, though.
They beat up Republicans because they don't spend enough, which is absolutely ridiculous. Republicans have spent
Scott,
too
the
much.
truth is they did it. The legislative efforts in Bismarck did this. It doesn't matter what somebody else could have done.
I'm just giving you a little reminder when you believe that Democrats will solve things. They want to spend more, and you're being critical of how much Republicans
Nobody
spend.
should spend like the money falls from trees.
Right.
But I'm going to get to his point where he's
Max
talking about ag state versus oil. You know, you obviously were one of the moderators. Was that a focus going, hey, because the reality is that 50% of our revenues have been from oil in this past biennium. Yeah. Was that a conscious effort by you guys or just a miss?
No, first of all, ag came up. We talked about, the corporate farming debate, but not to the degree that obviously oil. I agree with what John's saying about his analysis of the discussion, and it's just because the economy is where it's at, largely as a result of the oil situation and what's happened with commodities there, a little bit to the ag commodities as well, and then add to that, the budget, having to cut and where we're at and everything else. So the budget and the economy dominated the debate. A lot of that came back to oil. But they were specifically asked, if you remember, are we addicted and too dependent on one?
We're intoxicated.
Right, and it's a conversation we ought to have. I'm with you.
It's not
healthy.
It's not much of a cut. We've rated the rainy day fund 500 out of 575 million gone in an afternoon.
Well, wait a minute. What's it for? I mean, don't use the Democrat talking points, John. Think about it logically.
Is it just for this next biennium, and then what?
Well, no.
What are we going to do?
That's what it's there for. I mean, now you spend less.
So we spend. No, they're not spending less. They're rating the.
They're
rating the
No, but I'm saying next biennium. Here's what I want to get at. You're a business owner. All three of you gentlemen are business owners, and I look at how much our budget. It's increased, I think, 35% per biennium over the last 10 years.
200% in 10 years, Rick Becker would say.
So here's my question. We've obviously now got a lot more going on in this state. To me, and I'm not a big government guy, but it seems crazy when you got a big budget like this, you're only going to meet once every 2 years and have a bunch of agency heads that are unelected go make decisions because of allotments. If we had an annual session, 40 days a year, whatever the numbers are, now these guys would be in session. We're making elected persons' decisions based on the budget. Should we move to an annual session in North Dakota?
Well, absolutely. Any organization that is growing as quickly and as broad as the state of North Dakota probably has to restructure their management style. A meeting once every 2 years clearly is appearing to be a problem here, especially when Governor Dalrymple just signs a 4% cut across the board. Everybody figured it out, and the lawmakers all went home. Granted, they clearly got some bad information to work with.
There's the issue.
So we can't really hold either party responsible for that.
But
someone said, here's what you got to spend.
I mean,
that's my
here's
point.
when you want to blame somebody, the price of oil dropping is who you blame, right?
Right.
And nobody could forecast that. Nobody
But
did.
that's my point. Nobody can forecast that. So knowing that our economy is so dependent upon something that we have no control over, doesn't it make more sense? And again, being a business owner, to go look at your budgets at least
It's
annually?
fine, but I don't think it necessarily is the utopia, right? I mean, I honestly have spent
So
enough
you're
time.
okay with a bunch of unelected agency heads making decisions about the
Well,
allotments.
how often have we used allotment? It's just pretty rare, right? And it's the legislature decides maybe they should do it a different way. Maybe if we have that situation, rather than across the board allotment, do it a different way. But I'd say focus on the problem, not the fixes. I've spent a lot of time at the legislature. These people work really, really hard, Republican and Democrat. I thought it's too tortoise pace to try and cram all that in 80 days every other year. I thought they ought to do it. I don't know why they don't. Honestly, I don't think the governor likes them around, right? Just do this every other year, and it's just easier that way. But the point is, I don't think that's the problem. I think the problem is, in this case, the price of oil fell, and nobody forecasted it, and now you have a rainy day fund and a whole lot of pots of money and an ending fund balance and everything else that took care of the problem, and they'll have to spend less next time.
There's a good side to this, though, too, and we can't forget ordinary people who have a relief in their own personal life budgets, where they don't have to pay exorbitant fees at the pump for gas. You know, there's a trade-off here, so it's not all bad.
Huge for the economy.
It's a huge for the economy. We talk about trickle down, getting into the hands of the real people, the ordinary folks. This is doing that.
But that's and I don't say it's bad. I mean, obviously, it's going to pose some challenges in North Dakota. I'm just, hey, is it a better economic strategy to meet more often, just less time? I still keep it at 80 days, but have a chance to obviously look at your finances with the people that we've elected to be there. And I don't have that answer. I just assume that it's going to be. So, good discussion. When we come back, we're going to talk about, should North Dakota legalize recreational marijuana? It may actually be on the ballot. We'll talk about that and much, much more right after this.